Hello everybody, this is Royal Jelly and welcome to my AFK Nightmare Zone guide. Now before we get into this, there are a few requirements that you need to be able to do this, which is 70 plus defense, 70 plus attack and 70 plus strength. You also need to do a couple of quests which are the Haunted Mine, Fight Arena, What Lies Below, Tree Gnome Village, Vampire Slayer and Mountain Daughter. Now the reason you need to do these quests is it unlocks certain bosses which you'll be fighting in the Nightmare Zone. Okay, so now I'm just going to go quickly through the gear setup. Now obviously you need Guthans to be able to AFK this, and you have to have a Guthans spear, not another sword or whip or whatever. You need to have your best amulet, so I'm using the Amulet Fury, you can use an Amulet Glory. You need your best cape. Now I would recommend the Fire Cape, but I don't have one currently, so you either use a Skill Cape, a Legends Cape, you know, an Obsidian Cape, whatever your best cape. You also need your best gloves, so Barrage gloves, I only have Rune gloves currently low. Your best boots, I'm just using Dragon boots, and a Berserker ring or a Warrior ring, you know, whatever one you want, and you can imbue it after you do so much Nightmare Zone. Okay, so next I'm just going to go through the XP rates. Now the XP rates differ for everybody. When I first started this, about 70 Euro stats, I got around 60k XP in all my skills. So, you know, Constitution, Attack, Strength, Defense for AFK for 6 hours, and this is on controlled, on swipe. Now obviously if I only had it on my defense training on block, that would have been 240k, but as my stats have gotten higher and I've gotten better gear, my XP rates have gone up. I'm getting around 77k for 6 hours in each of these, which is really good considering you won't be there at all. Now I think the max you normally get is around 100 plus k. Now this is when you have, you know, the best gear, a Fire Cape, Rune gloves, a Berserker ring and slightly higher stats, but around 85 of the best gear in all your stats is when you start getting about 100k XP in each of your stats, 300k in one, so defense if you're just in it for defense. Okay, so now you've got all the gear, all the requirements, you need to come to the Nightmare Zone, which is basically the fastest way to get there is to go on your minigame teleports and go down to, on your achievement die, go down to Nightmare Zone, wherever it is, which is here, and then you press teleport, but I'm already here, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so there are two worlds which I recommend you doing this on. There's world 330 and 351, which is the world I'm on currently. Now 330 is the official Nightmare Zone world, but it can be known for DC scape. So sometimes while you're AFK, the world can DC and you'll just be logged out and you will lose some XP. So I don't use it in world 351 because it rarely DCs, and basically here a clan hosts it all instead of bots, so you know it's going to players too. Now you can ask them to switch worlds if you really want to, so you can go in a better world of higher ping. Some of them will do that, but for the most part I would just go on 350. Now the person you will go to will be spamming open 20k. If you're on world 330 they will be spamming Guthans open 20k, but everybody here is for Guthans because you know it's the Guthans world. So nobody's spamming it currently, but there's normally plenty of people. There's never a person who isn't here. Okay, so I'm going to Guthans hoster and you trade this person 20k. And I've never been scammed before. You do get scammers, but most of them, they don't do it. So you trade in 20k. And then a box coming up will ask you for 2k. Will come up and you press accept, so right now. And then a couple of seconds after that, another box will come up and then you will go into the dream. Okay, so now I enter the dream. Okay, now once you're in here, there's a specific space you have to stand. So if you go to the west slightly, to these two stones over here, and you go exactly in the centre of these two stones, so to the right of a blood step, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 squares away, and then you just wait for the monsters to come, which I will do, and then you just leave your computer off, but basically make sure your computer is set so it doesn't go to sleep. So you can have a monitor that goes to sleep, but make sure the actual desktop does not go to sleep. Now I'm going to go and leave this stream, so rest in peace 20k, to go and make this video. So to go and do that, if you didn't know, you just go and drink this potion over here. So yeah, that's basically all you need to know for doing it. But now I'm just going to go and show you how you repair your Guthans. Now what you need to do, if you're on world 351, you need to hop to world 330. And you also need to bring some cash with you. and we're going to go to the player owned house portal. Now the reason we're going to somebody else's house is because it's cheaper than going to Bob. If you have your own armor repair stand, then that's fine, go and use your own armor repair stand, but I'm guessing most of you probably didn't have the construction level for that. Okay, so you get here and either someone will be spamming the host name or you can ask for the host name, and by the sounds of it I think he's called YOLO Stakes. So I go and enter the portal and I type in YOLO Stakes, go to friend's house, YOLO Stakes, and then I go in, and now you need to go and find the armor stand, so I will be right back as soon as I find the armor stand. Okay, so the armor stand will be in a room with a bench normally, and basically just right click the Guthans. Now depending on how much worn down it is, the more it costs to repair. So for me it'd be repair items 219k, so I'd click that and do that. And this is a lot cheaper than Bob. I'd recommend repairing it every single time you do a trip, because basically whenever you do a trip it gets you down to about 75 I think, because it completely degrades after 15 hours. So yeah, after 6 hours it would be down to 75 and then to repair it after that. But mine's gone down to 25 because I just couldn't be bothered to go and repair it before. And one more quick thing I want to go over is the rewards chest. Basically after every single time you do Nightmare Zone you get some points, and you can spend these points in the reward chest if I go in. And the things I recommend you getting from the reward chest is hair boxes to make profit. And I would save the rest of your points up so you can do upgrades, so you can be your black mask, your rings and that. I'm not going to buy any hair boxes right now because I'm saving up to be my black mask. But the thing is, you can only buy 15 hair boxes a day. So for the rest of your Nightmare Zone points, I would spend it on pure rest because that's the next most profitable thing to spend it on. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this guide and I hope it will give you some nice XP gains. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.